Tennessee's Constitution requires the ratio of tax assessment to value in each class of property to be equal and uniform throughout the state. This is accomplished by a process that includes the calculation of a sales ratio and the equalization of properties on differing appraisal schedules. Property owned by corporations and utilities are appraised annually. Homes and other businesses are appraised every 4, 5, or 6 years. Generally, a property that is appraised annually is going to more accurately reflect the true market value than a property that was appraised 4 years ago. As a result, the properties appraised more regularly often have higher assessed values. This can create a discrepancy in the tax treatment of properties that can result in inequity. In order to address the discrepancy and to ensure each property is treated fairly, a calculation is performed in each county to determine the ratio between the current appraised value of properties and the current market price. This is known as the sales ratio. Next, there is an effort to bring the tax treatment of properties appraised at varying intervals into better alignment. This process is called equalization. Because property owners owned by corporations and utilities are appraised annually, while homes and businesses are appraised less frequently, equalization usually results in lowering the appraised value of corporate and utility properties to bring them into alignment with home appraisals. The effect of this alignment is to reduce the assessed value of corporate and utility properties, which reduces the tax base on which local property taxes are levied. As a result of this calculation and alignment process, the property tax yields less in collections than it would otherwise. In some cities, this reduction equates to tens of thousands of dollars. In others, it equates to hundreds of thousands. And in some cities, it means the property tax yields millions less in collections than it would have without the reduction in the base. As a consequence, local governments are under pressure to raise property tax rates in order to offset the reduction and to ensure that collections remain constant. Now, one might think that the simple solution is to eliminate the use of the sales ratio and equalization process. While this would likely eliminate the need to choose between either increasing property tax rates or trying to maintain services and operations with fewer funds, it would likely result in inequity issues. The real problem arises from the differing appraisal windows, annually versus every 4, 5, or 6 years. If one wants to reduce the impact of bringing these appraisals into alignment, then another solution is to reduce the time between appraisals of homes so there is not as great a difference between the appraisals being aligned. The Tennessee State Comptroller of the Treasury has prepared draft legislation to do just that. The Comptroller intends to allow a county to shorten their respective reappraisal cycles to either 1, 2, 3, or 4-year cycles, which shrinks the window. Shrinking the window of time that elapses between appraisals of corporate and utility properties and residential properties should result in residential appraisals more closely reflecting market value and minimize the effects of the sales ration on equalization. The TML Board of Directors has directed staff to support the Comptroller's proposal and to seek an agreement on the sharing of costs of reappraisals that is fair and equitable.